I am honored to be here in the presence of Elder Gilman Cardinal, who has so graciously offered to do our blessing for our school, Ignite Center for E-Learning. Thank you, Gilman. I'm going to read your bio so that people know who you are. Elder Gilman Cardinal was raised in a small, predominantly Indigenous community of Calling Lake, along with 6 brothers and 6 sisters. The community members lived a traditional communal lifestyle, and welfare was totally unheard of. Hunters provided the food, medicine, men and women were the healers, midwives delivered the babies, and women led the households. In his early 20s, he left his community to seek a career with the provincial government. During the 40 years he was employed with the provincial government, he worked in a variety of careers, including some of the following: labor market programs and services, trades and apprenticeships, career counseling, and managing provincial and Indigenous job corps. He has 2 sons, Bernie and Wade, and 2 beautiful daughter-in-laws, a proud grandpa with 8 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. Chapans, he calls them. He's very proud of his Indigenous culture and is honored to provide the smudge and blessing today. Hi.
You want to grab your protocol?
My protocol?
Yeah, the tobacco. Right by my cup.
You bet. Yeah.
Thank you very much. You can see the protocol in my hand offered by Daylene. So I want to start that way today. And Daylene introduced me in the Western way with my bio and absolutely wonderful life I had working in 2 worlds. 40 years in government, permanent government employee. I walk both worlds every day. In our Indigenous way, protocol is often seen as a contract. And in the Western way, what does a contract look like? 3 copies, time frames, deliverables, right, Daylene?
Yes.
This is the same thing. And in a minute, I'm going to talk about different types of protocols as well, to share that with you as a teaching. As an elder, I like to teach. That's my role. And also, of course, to create a safe space where people can gather and talk and bring forward information that they want to share in a sacred way, and it stays in that circle. So I want to start with, first of all, the smudge ceremony itself. So some of you may have not smudged in the past. So I want to share that with you today in a very, very respectful, sacred way. So I'll put the protocol down. And I'll read line by line for Daylene to show you the way we smudge and the reason why we smudge certain parts of the body and the meaning behind that. And one of the things I love doing is teaching folks like yourself starting a new venture is that when you smudge, first of all, you're cleansing the environment, creating that safe space, and then you're cleansing everybody. So this is a virtual smudge for all of you that will be together tomorrow morning. I won't be there. I'll probably look in maybe.
Great.
And make sure that everything is good. I'm sure it will be. So I'm going to read line by line, and Daylene or probably could make copies of this for you. So the first thing we do, I smudged already, and in a Cree way. The ceremony I'm doing is Cree. And there's all kinds of different ceremonies, different tribal nations with different types of ceremonies. They may be different in nature, but inside they're all the same. Treaty 6, 7, and 8, and then you've got 11 peace treaties, and also the Métis and the Inuit. And they do ceremony in a little bit of a different way. But inside is all the same. So today I'm going to bless your new school, new initiative that you're starting. Wow, and I've had a chance to have a look at what your plans are, and boy, oh boy, it sounds wonderful. And a lot of people will access it. It's very cost effective, I understand, and that really means a lot, especially for our Indigenous people. So I'm going to start, again I'll read line by line, and Daleen will demonstrate by way of the actual smudge. Smudge your hands by moving them through and above the medicine, asking the Creator to help us do good work. Smudge our minds over your head, asking for clarity and kindness of thought. Smudge our ears and ask the Creator for good listening. Smudge our eyes and ask for clarity and to only see the good in others. Smudge our mouth and ask that our words are kind and not harmful, and that we express ourselves clearly. Smudge our body and ask the Creator for good health. And finally, smudge the heart. Ask the Creator for kindness, love, and for acceptance of others.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to talk a little bit about something very sacred and important for us to keep in mind. Today we want to honor not only the territory, the little ones. Understand students are going to do a lab acknowledgement tomorrow. Wonderful. I always use the term medicine. What's the medicine moving forward in our lives? It's the little ones and the old ones. Old ones like myself teaching our little ones about our beautiful ways, our beautiful culture. And the teachers are the educators. They are the medicines that are making it all happen together. And the parents, the grandparents, and everybody together. Wahkoktuin. We pray a lot in that context. What does Wahkoktuin mean? It means partnerships, relationships. That's what it's about. So today I honor all of you. And I honor the little ones that haven't made it home yet. And the parents that are waiting patiently at home for closure, for bringing them home finally. I'm a second generation residential school victim. And I was 9 years old when planes landed, took our kids in Colin Lake. Those were tough times. But you know what? We're moving forward. We're healing on our own as Indigenous people. Keep that in mind. Quite oftentimes, I teach and train others. First thing that comes to their mind, how can we help? Walk beside us. That's all we want. That's all we ask. Don't come in and bring all kinds of ideas. And we can sit and talk and work together. Learn about us. Learn the histories. Take training that's happening all around us about the past. And that's how we move forward together. So, I want to pray in my first language. I prayed in the Western way. But before my prayer, I want to talk about the sacred medicines that we use in ceremony. Just light it up a little more. These are my wonderful artifacts I'm so proud of. I've got First Nation, Métis, and Inuit cultures. I'm going to be showcasing that, all of them, at the Tell Us World of Science. Thursday and Friday. Join us. So, I want to explain the medicines a little bit that we're using. The most common medicine that we use, the most sacred medicine in the First Nations way, is tobacco. Tobacco is very visible, and it was actually grown by Indigenous people. It's a misunderstanding that the Western people brought tobacco and shared it with the Indigenous people. It was the other way around. We grew our own tobacco and shared it with the tribal nations and also the new peoples coming forward. The second medicine I want to talk about a little bit is sweetgrass. And that's used more in the south my Treaty 7 brothers and sisters. And their way of ceremony is one elder is selected, and he or she blesses the whole room with everybody in that room. And then the third medicine I want to talk about is cedar. And that's a cleansing medicine. We use that to cleanse a room. Maybe somebody wants a room cleansed. Maybe spirits in there that we want to get rid of. And the fourth and the most sacred of all medicines, our medicines in Cree, is sage, often referred to as a woman's medicine. During your time, you can smudge any time with this. Very, very gentle medicine. So I use that a lot. So I'm going to pray in my first language, the final prayer, the main prayer. And I'm going to use the eagle feather. And you can see the four colors, red, yellow, blue, and white. And that's a treaty 8 colors. And that's what I've been taught to use. So we always start east, the beginning of life. The color red, that's indigenous, First Nation, Métis, and Inuit. Often people think we only pray for indigenous people. We pray for all cultures collectively, right? And then we go south, that's the youth. Yellow, Asian brothers and sisters. And then we go west, blue, our African American brothers and sisters. And finally, like my hair, white. That's what we call a circle of life, right? Start as a child, youth, adult, and finally, Diaya. That's the altar, right? So that's how it works. So I'm going to ask you to join me as I pray in your own way, in your own gathering. And I'm going to pray for your new school, the new medicine that's going to open by the students that are going to be a part of it, and the educators, and the parents, and the collective of all peoples involved. Nenas kumonano, tumantomno. Anok kisagawasamino, tawiya matsun, sawiti, kimama nawaski moktia. Sawim no kahkio. Snahmagi wagoga, kamamawento to. Ostagak snahmoa to sinua, ikone kahkio. Sawim now, naskum now. Naskum out de lean, if thou hit steam out. The gomma, the one contract is a catapo, muniawa. Gomma piavan nistana steam-out. Kahtio naskomon. Naskomawa kahtio awas sagats ko kapigiu ito. Iko hanigimina kapihoto. Pigiu ito wasa. Umamawawa. Opapawawa. Usimuawa atit. Kahtio sawimawa. Sawihtina no kahtio ko na miopa iguma. Kama mawentui. Oskapi sa kahkiyo, yoks na kumagiwa. So matugam kahmina. Kune, kauniso kamagiyo, koyako. Kahkiyo tamiyo payi. Nas kumona nakskisigaw. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very long.
Thank you, Albert.